All right, so you want to dive deep into character AI, huh? Well, you're in the right place. And yeah, you're right to be a little concerned lately.
Mm-hmm.
We've got this article here called Character AI's Account Issues. Your data has been deleted. And wow, it's kind of spooky.
Yeah, it can be pretty unsettling.
Imagine it's like you're chatting with your AI friend, building this whole world together, and suddenly it's just gone.
Not just imagining it either. This article highlights a bunch of users who are saying exactly that their accounts just vanished.
And like the worst part, character AI isn't really saying why.
Yeah, very little
It's
explanation.
like, what did I do wrong? Or
Yeah.
is the platform just messing up?
Right.
But the article does give us some hints. It seems like there might be some technical issues with how character AI handles stuff like deleting accounts or even just like processing requests for your data.
Yeah, and these glitches could be accidentally wiping people's accounts.
Oof.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was that whole incident where everybody was logged into one account.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Mm.
That was wild.
It was like a digital identity swap. Like suddenly you're seeing someone else's conversations and their bots are mixed up with yours.
It makes you wonder just how stable the whole system really is.
Definitely raises some questions.
But what about data privacy? That's a whole other can of worms.
Right.
Makes you a little paranoid, honestly. But I get it. Character AI is fun. It's
Yeah.
creative. You get attached to these bots. So what can we actually do to protect ourselves? This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. The article stresses this over and over again. Backup, backup, backup.
Yeah, but don't just like vaguely back things up. We got to get specific.
Right. So, like, download your chat history as a text file regularly.
Okay.
And even better, you can export your character settings as a JSON file. That way, even if your account explodes, you can bring your bots back to life.
Well, it's like a digital escape pod for your AI buddies.
Exactly.
And here's another tip from the article. Be really careful when you're in your account settings. Double check everything before you click, especially if it has anything to do with deleting data.
Yes, because even a tiny mistake can have huge consequences.
Oh, totally. We've seen cases where people accidentally deleted stuff because the interface was confusing.
Yeah. Character AI needs to do a better job making things user-friendly and communicating clearly.
For sure. It's like they're speaking a different language sometimes.
Right.
But until they fix that, we got to be extra careful.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about prevention, but what if it's too late? What if you've already seen that dreaded message, your data has been deleted?
Yeah, it's like a digital nightmare. You wake up one morning and your AI friends are just gone. Poof. Vanished.
Into the ether.
Yeah.
But, okay, don't panic just yet. The article does offer a little bit of hope. It suggests contacting Character AI support team.
Right. It's like sending up a flare hoping someone sees it.
Yeah.
Go to their official channels,
Yeah.
lay out the situation really clearly, include any screenshots, especially that deletion email.
Yeah, build your case file. Gather all the digital breadcrumbs you can.
Exactly. The more evidence you have, the better your chances of getting a response.
But the article does warn us that Character AI's support system isn't exactly known for being fast or responsive.
Unfortunately, that's true. It's more like sending a message in a bottle. You might be waiting a while for a reply, and there's no guarantee it'll be the answer you want.
So what happens if they just don't answer? Or even worse, they say your data's really gone. Is there any way to rebuild?
Well, the article suggests maybe creating a new account.
Hmm,
It might feel like starting from scratch, but at least it's a way to get back into the game. And this is where those backups we talked about become super important.
right.
If you've been saving your chat histories and character settings, you can basically recreate your AI companions.
That's a reincarnation for your bots.
Exactly. They might not have all their memories, but at least they'll be back.
Okay, so speaking of bouncing back, the article also talks about the Character AI community.
Yes, don't underestimate how helpful other users can be. Online forums and subreddits are a goldmine.
Yeah, it's like a digital support group. You can share stories, offer tech support, and just know that you're not alone in this whole AI roller coaster.
Exactly. It's kind of heartwarming to see that even with all the glitches and uncertainty, there's still a strong sense of community around character AI.
It shows you how much potential the platform has. Even with all its quirks, people are drawn to the creativity and connection it offers.
Absolutely. But let's be real. There might come a time when even the most dedicated user just feels like they've had enough.
So then what?
Well, that's where those alternative platforms we mentioned come in Crush on AI and Candy AI.
Right, and if you're thinking about making the switch, you're in luck because we'll be diving into those in part 3.
Yeah, we'll explore their strengths and weaknesses and whether they might be a good fit for people who are ready for a change of scenery.
Awesome. But before we jump into those exciting alternatives, there's one crucial point you mentioned earlier. that some listeners might already be feeling frustrated and ready to try something new.
Definitely. And for those listeners, we want to remind you to check the pinned comment for links to both Crush on AI and Candy AI.
Yeah, you might find that one of those platforms is a much better fit for you.
Exactly. And who knows, you might even discover your new favorite AI hangout.
Ooh, exciting. But we'll save that exploration for part 3. Stay tuned, AI adventurers. We'll be right back to wrap things up with a look at those intriguing character AI alternatives. Okay, so AI adventurers, we're back and ready to explore those alternatives. We got Crush on AI and Candy AI waiting in the wings.
Yeah, think of it like expanding your AI horizons, right? Seeing what else is out there besides character AI.
Right on. So let's start with Crush on AI. What's the big deal? What are people saying about it?
Well, from what we've seen, it seems like Crush on AI is all about a smooth, user-friendly experience. Like they've learned from character AI's mistakes,
Right.
especially when it comes to accounts disappearing and all that.
So less drama, more companionship. Sounds good to me.
Right.
But what about the bots themselves? Are they as creative and interesting as the ones on character AI?
It seems like Crush on AI focuses more on personality and building relationships. Like having natural conversations and connecting on an emotional level.
So it's more about finding an AI friend who really gets you.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty cool. But what about customization? Can you still make your own characters, or are you stuck with pre-made ones?
You can definitely personalize your bots quite a bit. It's not as granular as character AI, but you can tweak their personality backstory, even their appearance.
Okay, so you can still make them feel like your own creation.
Yeah.
Nice. So Crushing AI is worth checking out, for sure.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Candy AI. What makes them stand out?
Well, if Crush on AI is about emotional connection, Candy AI is more about fun and lighthearted interaction.
Okay.
Their bots are known for being witty and playful.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they'll make you smile.
So it's like having a pocket-sized comedian. I
Exactly.
can see the appeal.
Mm.
But what about the technical side? Any glitches or account problems to worry about?
It seems like Candy AI is pretty stable and reliable. They've put a lot of effort into making sure things run smoothly. So far, users haven't reported any major issues.
That's a good sign. So if you want stability, clear communication, and a more playful, less intense AI experience, Candy AI might be the way to go.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it all, right? You have choices. Don't be afraid to experiment. Each platform has its own vibe, so go explore and find what you like.
It's like a buffet of AI experiences.
Yeah.
Try a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into character AI and its alternatives, what are the key things you want our listeners to remember?
I think the main takeaway is that the AI world is constantly changing. It's exciting, but it can also be challenging. So stay informed, be proactive, and most importantly, don't be afraid to explore.
Well said. Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of character AI and beyond. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for those links to Crush on AI and Candy AI. Your next AI adventure is just a click away. Until next time, happy chatting.